Well, Richard, more disturbing reports, in fact, saying not just when we spoke earlier, we said that witnesses were telling Reuters that they saw people with apparent knife wounds on London Bridge. They are now reporting that they've seen what appeared to be throats cut on London Bridge. Again, this is not something we've been able to independently verify, but very disturbing news, of course, if this is true. Also, some reports coming in saying that this van, you were asking about where, which location it was seen at on London Bridge. It appears that it was driving south from central London, south down the river, and one eyewitness said that it was going about 50 miles an hour. So unclear if there were actually stabbings that took place, where they took place. But what is very clear is this is a terrifying Saturday evening for the people down there. And of course, the people of the UK. This is now the second disturbing incident in 2 weeks. We don't exactly know what this incident is, but obviously no expense spared. A lot of police officers on the streets there, as our producer Mo Abbas was saying, a lot of folks being asked to clear the area, police trying to get those pedestrians away so that they can investigate and try to figure out what it is exactly that happened. But it does seem that this van of sorts, a white van, appeared to have plowed into a crowd of pedestrians and possibly more. But we are working, obviously, to get you those details, Richard.
And a part of this here, Lucy, as we have unfortunately had to cover such incidents with some regularity here, is we get a sense of the cadence and the pace and the way that law enforcement reacts to certain incidents. And again, it is unknown specifically, as you've been so clear to say, in terms of what exactly has happened. We're just getting reports, and we're working to confirm that at NBC News. But based on the helicopter, the pictures you and I have been watching, the body armor here, and you can see those with shields here about to embark, it appears to the closer to the location. What might this be telling us, based on again, this pace, this process, this cadence that we're seeing so far in terms of the number of vehicles? Again, I mentioned the helicopter, the calmness that we're seeing right now, what it might be consistent with. And again, of course, we're not necessarily law enforcement process experts, but we've been able to watch incidents like this happen in the recent past.
That's right. I mean, what it's definitely telling us, Richard, is that law enforcement is taking whatever this incident is very, very seriously. I mean, we saw there on the screen just moments ago what looked like, I don't want to say riot police, but they certainly had those shields, they had helmets, large number of vehicles there, helicopters. They're certainly responding with a full show of force. Now, is this perhaps extra precaution a week after one of the deadliest terror incidents here in the UK since 2005? Perhaps. It's close to an election. The authorities here don't want to be taken off guard. They certainly want to respond with a full force to whatever the incident might be. But we do see a large number of medical vehicles, ambulances, that would indicate that there possibly are people who are injured there. So certainly authorities are taking no chance. This is a much more thorough, robust response, if you would, to a small, ordinary incident.
Yeah.
Now, again, it doesn't necessarily mean that this was what we all fear it might be, but they are certainly taking no chances based on what you see there on the screen. A very, very full response, Richard.
Yeah.